Hey, good morning, friends. Hopefully this, I'm trying a different audio thing. Let me see if this is hopefully working. I hope so at least. Hello, hello. Yes, it is working. Thank good. Thank goodness. All right. So I'm trying a little something different because I felt like the audio wasn't perfect when I was doing the sound bowls last time. So we're gonna do a little bit of that today. To start off with, as well as some at the end, probably too. So those that know me, I'm a runner. So I'm actually going to be in a race tomorrow in the morning, and I felt like I kind of need a little bit of just to kind of open up the hamstrings a little bit, kind of work on just kind of stretching all that stuff out. I'm feeling a little tight in the hips and the back, all that stuff. So we're going to do a little bit of that today. Yeah, so I think that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're doing. That is what we're doing. So just so you have a heads up. So let's go ahead and start on the mat. Again, this is a more of a vinyasa, so we're gonna flow around, we're gonna move around a little bit. If you want to use props today, feel free to use whatever you like. I have my standard stuff over there, my go-to, so I'll probably just use those. But what I want you to do right now is just go ahead and lie down, and we'll start in like a Savasana. Again, if you want to use anything to pop yourself up, go for it. If not, that's okay too. But just go ahead and lengthen out. Like let your whole body extend out here. Go ahead and close the eyes. I am going to do a little bit of sound stuff here. So yeah, just go ahead and close the eyes. And we're just going to find some grounding. Just find a little bit of ways to connect ourselves to the earth. Obviously with running, we are on the earth. We're moving along on it. So we want to be able to, again, really connect and get that earth energy up into the body. And what better way to do that than just kind of feeling our connection with the ground, with the earth, whatever else. So go ahead and just kind of breathe in and out of the nose. Just gently feeling your body, each connection point that's maybe in contact with your mat, maybe in contact with any props you have. Just taking a few more breaths, just letting it fill up the entire body all the way from head to toe. Still maybe hearing the vibration. I can still hear it. I'm not sure if you can or not, but maybe still hearing that frequency, that vibration still. All right, wonderful. So if your eyes were closed, maybe just kind of gradually open them up. And just start to gently move the body a little bit. Just kind of wiggling your toes and fingers. So let's go ahead and, when you kind of feel like you're ready, go ahead and stretch the whole body out. Like really extend the fingers above the head and point and flex the toes. Give yourself a nice full body stretch. And then we'll let's go ahead and draw both the knees into the chest. I'm just going to take a moment to rock and roll on the back a little bit. Just giving yourself a little massage if you need it. Maybe even kind of roll your ankles a little bit here. Okay. Let's go ahead and just kind of, we'll take the knees. We're just going to start with a little easy twist, and this doesn't have to be anything crazy. Let's drop the hips over to the left. We're going to take the knees over to the right, just to kind of start to open the spine a little bit. Your arm, your left arm maybe over to the left side, or maybe both arms, depending on how you're feeling this morning. Or if you need a little guidance, you can always take your right hand, just kind of to guide the knees a little closer to the earth. And only visit this towards the end of practice too. But of course, always in the first thing in the morning, it feels a little tight. But this is what we have to do to slowly open it up. All right, let's go ahead and bring the knees back to the center. And then we'll do the same thing. Quick, take the hips over to the right side, drop the knees over to the left. All right, let's go ahead and come back to center. I'm just going to take another moment to maybe rock and roll along the back. And if you want to, I'm actually going to take my feet, kind of grab onto my feet here, and I'm going to come all the way to a tabletop. So how I'm going to do that is start to rock and roll along the spine. This might just feel good off as well. So the idea is to kind of create enough momentum where you can just kind of roll right into the tabletop. So here we go. Yeah, I can still do it. Maybe make that readjustment on your map. I was a little bit far forward. All right, so spreading the fingers nice and wide here. Drawing the belly into the spine. Let's start to drop that belly down. As we do that, draw the shoulder blades together. Lift the chin for a cow spine. And as you exhale the breath out, to start to really press away. Pressing the tables and the tops of your feet too as we come into that cat. Let's take a nice breath in. Inhale for cow. And exhale for cat pose. All right, just kind of do a few more following your breath. All right, so obviously a very important aspect of running as well. We do want to have a strong core because this obviously helps protect ourselves, protects our back, also helps with posture. So go ahead, we'll take one more round here. So inhaling for our cow and exhaling for our cat. All right, go ahead and come back to a neutral spine. We'll take our right leg, extend it back, and just going to take a moment here. This is where I'm going to move this blanket out of the way. Just keeping the toes on the ground, and we're just going to roll forward and back a little bit, maybe kind of rolling onto the ball of the foot, and then kind of pushing the heel back. Start to feel that little stretch in the calf. Okay. I'm just going to pause here for just a second as you kind of draw the heel back towards the mat. And then we'll go ahead, float that leg up, toes pointing down. Let's take the left arm. The thumb will point up as if we're shaking somebody's hand. So I'm going to take a few breaths here. And then to your next exhale, we're going to bring the knee and the elbow together. Go ahead, take a breath in. Extend everything back out. Exhale, bring it all in. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, take it out. And exhale, bring it in. All right, go ahead and extend the leg out, and we'll bring the hand back down to the earth. And then we'll draw the toes over to the left side. As we do that, start to kind of peek over your shoulder. Just feeling a nice side body opening in the right. Good. Let's go ahead and draw it back to center. We'll bring the knee back in. Take another round of cat-cow. So dropping that belly down, lifting the heart. And then exhale. Round back. All right, go ahead and come back to center. Before we do the other side, let's go ahead and tuck the toes here. And before we lift up off the mat, maybe just take a moment to give your feet some love. And maybe this kind of turns into a more of a tuck toe kind of positioning. Let me see if I can do this kind of I can. Like a broken toes. If you need to, if you want to sit back onto your heels, or if you can, or like in my case, I can't quite make it there, so I just put a block there. Just kind of give the bottoms of the feet a stretch, give those toes a little stretch, give them a little love. And the opposite sensation, untucking the toes and kind of sitting back. That's not really comfortable though. I used to be able to sit on my heels, but that's not happening anymore. So if you need to, like I just grabbed this other prop. You can grab a blanket and roll it up, kind of place it between the heels and the hips, so you can get the nice stretch and the shins. All right. All right, so back to tucking the toes. Let's go ahead and start to slowly lift the knees up off the mat. So I'm not going to really bent, kind of crouched down dog. So kind of make your way to down dog, whatever that looks like. And I have my knees really bent, so maybe we're starting there today. Take a time to kind of walk it out a little bit. Again, we're still kind of waking up the legs. At least I am. I did a little breath work this morning, and it was like, wow, I am tight. So that happens. That really happens. Yeah, so take your time. Really kind of walk through here. All right. So at your next breath in, so come back to stillness if you're not there. Next breath in, go ahead and lift up those heels, really bend the knees, and we'll take a step up towards the top of our mat. So coming into a forward fold. Let's take an inhale, lift up halfway, and then exhale, fold it down. All right, let's root to rise, come all the way up to stand. And then exhale, we'll bring the hands to the heart. All right, reach up nice and tall. All right, taking the left wrist, we're going to bend over to the right side. Inhale, take it back to center. And then taking the right wrist over to the left. Good, come back to center, inhale. Exhale, fold all the way down. All right, take a nice deep breath in, lift up halfway. And then exhale, fold. Let's plant our hands on the ground. Step it back to your plank. And kind of pausing here just for a moment. As we inhale, we're going to shift forward onto the toes. And you can lower chaturanga or knees, chest, chin, whatever you prefer. We're going to come all the way down to the belly, though. So untuck your toes. All right, so hands are planted here just by the upper ribs. We're going to kind of press into the tops of the feet here. Just lift up to a cobra. And you can come up to a baby cobra if you want. You can come up to a full cobra. Go ahead and exhale, release. Again, inhale, press up. Really drawing those elbows into the side body. And then exhale, release. All right, we'll do that one more time. Inhale, press up. And then exhale, release. All right, so we're going to go ahead, press yourself back to child's pose, just for maybe a few breaths. This could be the arms extended forward, or if you prefer, maybe your hands reach back towards your heels. Let's just take about 3 breaths here. So inhaling through the nose, and if you want to, open the mouth here, side out. Deep breath in, and then exhale out the mouth. One more time, inhale through the nose. And exhale out the mouth. All right, let's go ahead and press ourselves up to a tabletop once again. Doing 1 round of cat-cow, so drop that belly down, lift the heart. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin. All right, go ahead and come back to neutral. And we're going to extend the left toes back now. And again, start to kind of move forward and back, allowing yourself to really feel the stretch in the back of the hamstring, the calf, maybe even your heel, the bottom of the foot a little bit. Good. All right, go ahead and press back just for a moment here. And then float the leg up. We're going to take the right hand, reach it forward. Take a breath in. As we exhale, we're going to bring the knee and the elbow together. Deep breath in. Exhale, bring it together. One more time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bring it in. All right, extend the leg out, and we'll put the hand down, and then take the toes all the way over to the right side. Again, just kind of peeking back at them. Excellent. All right. Let's go ahead and bring it back to the center. And again, kind of play around here. Maybe you're taking that tuck toe for a moment, or the opposite, untucking the toes. Again, just going to take a few breaths. Either one of the positions, or maybe both a little bit. I do like this one better. Just saying. But, both of them are probably necessary. All right. And then we will gradually tuck the toes. Again, we're going to find our way to downward facing dog. So go ahead and lift up. And again, maybe your knees are really bent here. Start to take that little walk again. Starting to open up a little bit more. All right, wonderful. I'm already starting to feel a little warmer, guys. That's a good thing. All right, so let's come back to stillness. Let's go ahead and lift up those heels with the inhale. Exhale, step all the way up to the top. Coming into that forward fold again. Inhale, lift up halfway. And then exhale, fold down. Let everything be heavy here for a moment. Let's take a breath in. As we do that, we're going to reach all the way up to stand. And exhale, hands to the heart. All right, take a moment, pause. Allow yourself to kind of feel, again, that grounding, that connection that we have to the earth as we start to warm up our body a little bit here. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead again. Once again, take a nice deep breath in, inhale. I have a soft bend in my knees here. You can totally do that if you need to or if you want to, but try not to lock. We don't want to be locked out completely. So kind of have that gentle softness in the knees. All right, so reaching the arms up. We're going to take the left wrist over to the right side. Inhale back to center. And then exhale over to the left. All right, inhale back to the center. Exhale, fold it down. Find a halfway lift. And then exhale, fold. All right, so starting with the right side, go ahead and step the right foot back. So we're in this runner's lunge. You know what this looks like. Planting that right hand, let's reach up with the left. Get a little twist here. And as you bring the hand down, we're going to finally make some space between the toes and come up to Crescent Lunge. So find that space here. Really sink in. Taking a nice inhale. Let's exhale, open up the arms over to the left. You're going to come back to center. And then this time we're going to open up to Warrior Two. So just kind of changing our space here a little bit. Really expanding out. Flipping that front palm up, let's reverse. And as we exhale, we're going to come to side angle. So arm kind of is here on the leg. So keeping this active as well. And then we're going to just reach the other arm up. So really feeling a line of energy all the way from these fingertips to the heel. All right, excellent work. We're going to start to cartwheel ourselves down. Coming back to that runner's lunge. Again, planting that right hand, lift up with the left. All right, exhale, hand releases. Let's go ahead and step back to plank. And again, taking your time here, lowering down to the mat however you choose. Untucking the toes. Let's go ahead and lift the cobra. And then exhale to child's pose. Just for maybe 3 breaths once again. Two more breaths. And one more breath in and out. All right, go ahead and find your way back to downward facing dog. Again, taking a moment to kind of settle into the space. Really pushing those hips up and back. Drawing the belly towards the thighs. All right, coming to stillness. Let's go ahead and lift those heels up, bend the knees, look forward and step up to the top, meeting your hands once again. Let's take a breath in. Inhale. Lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. All right, reach up all the way to standing. And then exhale, hands to the heart. All right, let's keep it moving. We're going to the other side. Inhale, arms reach tall. We'll take the left wrist, bend over to the right. Inhale, back to center, floating back. And then float that right wrist over to the left. Inhale, back to center, little back bend maybe here. Exhale, swan dive down, reach for your toes. Find a half lift with an inhale. And then exhale, fold again, plant the hands. This time the left foot is going to go back. We're going to take the left hand, reach up with the right. Nice twist here. Good. All right, go ahead and come back down to center. Find some space between the feet, and we'll come up to Crescent Lunge. All right, opening the arms up over to the right this time. Good, come back to center. And then we'll take it over and open up to, actually I'll switch to the other side of the mat so you guys can see. All right, so let's go ahead and flip the front palm and reverse it. And then side angle pose. So exactly where we were before. Active hand here. Reach the arm up over the ear. Spiraling the heart up towards the ceiling. Good. We'll continue to cartwheel the arms down. Again, left hand's going to be planted. Reach up with that right arm. Good. And we'll bring the hand down. Let's step it back to our plank. And again, lower through however you like. Untuck those toes up, lift up for cobra. And then exhale to child's pose again, just for a moment. 3 breaths in. All right, let's go ahead and find our way to down dog. So again, this time we're not going to hang on as long. So let's go ahead and lift those heels up, bend the knees, look forward, and step up to meet your hands. Find a halfway lift. And then exhale, fold. All right, root to rise all the way up to stand. And then bring the hands down to the heart. Okay, so we're going to get onto that a little bit. Again, kind of open up those hamstrings. I'm excited. Can you tell? All right, inhale, reach up. And then exhale, fold. We won't do the side bends every time. All right, find a half lift with the inhale. And then exhale, fold. All right, so step that right foot back. Runner's lunge. Plant that right hand. Reach up with the left. All right, plant the hand down. Make some space with the feet. Reach up. Crescent lunge. Good. Open arm twist over to the left. Make it back to center. And then open up to warrior two with the exhale. All right, let's flip up the front palm. Reverse warrior. All right, side angle pose. Again, find that space here. Find that length. All right, reverse warrior. So again, take that all the way back. We're going to straighten out that front leg. And as we start to kind of come back to that arms with the T, lengthening forward a little bit and triangle pose. So this could be your hand on your shin. We don't have to necessarily reach all the way to the ground here. We're having an opening. So drawing this hip back, lifting up. Again, just starting to feel some energy moving into those legs. All right, good. Go ahead and bend into that front knee. We're going to cartwheel down. And again, return to that runner's lunge just for a moment. Reach up the left hand, twist it out. And then I'm going to bring the hand down kind of on the inside part of the left foot. And we're going to start to rotate, bringing our feet nice and wide into this straddle. Let's find a halfway lift. So maybe our hands touch the ground. Maybe they're not. That's okay. Exhale, and fold. And maybe you take your legs a little deeper. If you have a block handy, I have to reach it. Yes, I can. If you have a block handy, you can put your head there. If you practice any other additional inversions, you can take it a little further. We'll be here just for a moment. Good work. All right, so if you're inverted a little further, go ahead and come on back down. We're going to slowly start to kind of walk ourselves back towards the top of the mat. All right, so we're in this runner's lunge for a moment. So what you can do from here, go ahead and come back up to crescent. So here's what we're doing. This time we're going to bring our hands to heart center. And once you get into warrior three, you're welcome to take the hands in a different position, but this is where I'm going to start today. All right, just going to bring your hands here to the chest. We're going to hinge forward. So kind of almost folding over this top thigh, this left thigh. And then we're going to gently float that leg up. Oops, maybe. Having the heel press back. Good, and then we're slowly going to bring it up. And come to your tree pose, whatever that looks like. Maybe it's going to be here today. Maybe. No, I'm going to put it down here. All right, again, you can keep the same hand positioning. Or maybe you have your hands, your branches are spreading. And there's a little wobble. That's awesome. It's always a work in progress here, folks. All right, perfect. One more breath in. Let's go ahead and put the foot down, kind of step it out a little bit, release the hands down to kind of this mountain pose for a moment. Take a couple breaths, just kind of cleansing everything out. Perfect. All right, let's inhale, take a nice deep breath in. And again, we're going to fold it down. We're just going to fold down forward. Inhale, find a half lift. And then exhale, fold. So I'm going to switch to my other side of my mat. All right, so this time the left leg is going to go back. We're going to plant that left hand and reach up with the right. All right, as the hand comes down, again, crescent lunge to start off. Open up to warrior two with the exhale. If you need to adjust a little bit, that's okay. It happens. Flipping up the front palm, reverse warrior. Ah, yes. And then side angle pose. I'm just going to pause here for just maybe a couple breaths. Awesome. All right, reverse warrior. Take it all the way back. All right, straightening out that front leg. And again, now we start to kind of float the arms back into that formation. Lengthen forward. And then triangle. Rotating that heart speaks up. Good. All right, go ahead and bend in. Again, we're going to cartwheel the hands down, coming back to that runner's lunge, kind of neutralizing our hips here. Plant the left hand again, take up the hands, that right hand. All right, and we're going to bring it to the inside part, start to rotate. So we're coming into the straddle. Again, inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, slowly fold it down. Again, if you need to, if you want to, take this a little further. Find your inversion here as you feel a nice, hopefully a nice opening here. The inner thighs, the hamstrings. All right, friends. Let's go ahead and start to slowly walk ourselves back. So that right foot is forward. We're back into that runner's lunge. Again, we're going to make our way to that crescent first. And bring the hands right to heart center. This is where we're going to start. Kind of hinge at your hips. Again, almost like folding over this thigh. Again, we're just going to take our time here, walk, float that foot up. All right, and then tree pose, whatever that looks like for you today. All right, excellent. Go ahead and just take the foot, both of them down, release the hands, kind of walk it out a second. Lovely. Let the hands just kind of rest open at your sides as you draw the shoulders up and back. Taking a few breaths here. And without even looking down, see if you can take your feet and just heel toe them to the very edges of your mat. I'm going to switch to the other side of my mat here. So yeah, just kind of taking them all the way to the very edges of your mat. We're going to bring the hands together at the low back. So intertwine the fingers. And there's a couple options here when we fold forward. You can bend your knees a little bit if you prefer, or if you want to keep them straight, that's fine too. So let's go ahead and take a breath. And as we do that, we're going to draw the shoulder blades together, lift the heart up. And then exhale, start to slowly fold. Again, your choice on where you want to go. Yeah, just feeling that stretch and lengthening. All right, go ahead, release the hands. Now, if you have not bent your knees, bend your knees. You're going to grab elbow to elbow. Let yourself hang here. And maybe even sway the body a little bit. And if you don't want to grab your elbows, that's fine too. You can always kind of let your hands just hang down. Let your head be heavy. Let's shake it yes and no. Okay. All right, perfect friends. Let's heel toe the feet a little closer together here. Release the hands if you haven't. Let's find a halfway lift. And then exhale and fold. All right, plant your hands down here. Again, step back to your plank. Lower yourself down to the mat. Again, however you prefer. We're going to untuck the toes when we get there. Let's press in to the tops of the feet, up to cobra. And then exhale, slowly release. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, press up. And then exhale, release. All right, 1 more time. Inhale, press up. And then slowly release it down. Let's press back to child's pose. Again, maybe taking the knees a little wider this time. Bringing the toes to touch. Again, maybe you reach forward, maybe you reach to the back. Whatever feels good for your body today. Okay, friends, let's go ahead and press up back to tabletop pose. And again, we're going to take the right toes, extending them back behind us. Just for maybe a second here. And as we start to exhale, start to bring the knee in towards the nose. I kind of do this step all the time. All right. And then we're going to just create some extension here in the hip flexors a little bit. So kind of come into a version of lizard, if you may. Just kind of being here for just a moment. We're not going to be here too long. If you want to, though, maybe bring your foot to the very outside edge. Or if you want to have more of a dragon posture. Even kind of twisting a little bit, coming onto the side of the foot. Kind of just feel out what you need today. This might be what I need, possibly. All right, go ahead and bring it back. I'm just going to pause here for maybe a moment or so. And then I'm going to heel toe my foot kind of towards the opposite side, and I'm going to bring the shin down. So I'm just kind of finding my way to like a half pigeon. So continue to extend your left leg back. And so now we're here just kind of up on our hands. We're going to fold down. So again, take whatever you need. If you need props to support you, which I do, I'm just going to make sure my legs extended back. Kind of fold yourself forward. Maybe you have another block here. Mine, of course, is over there. But yeah, take your time. Here we go. This will work. All right. Go ahead and come up on your hands. And we're going to roll onto the right hip. Move that away for a little bit. And we're going to swing the left leg around. And what we're going to end up doing is that leg's going to be extended out in front. And we're going to bring the sole of the foot into that thigh. So the right foot is into the left thigh. All right. So toes are pointing up here. Find a nice tall spine. And this is a good one for a strap. I don't have one handy, but I can kind of, if you had one or a towel or something, this would be good for that as well. You can place it around the ball of the foot. So let's go ahead and take a nice breath in, inhale. And then just hinge at your hips here. So you might not reach your toes. You might not. But I don't want you to force yourself to reach your toes. So if your hands are just on your shins, that's fine. Let's go ahead and take a nice breath in. So kind of lift up halfway. And then see if you can find more space. Go ahead and hinge and maybe walk a little further. And maybe now you can reach the toes. All right. Let's go ahead and slowly walk yourself back. We're going to take this left leg and swing it all the way back around, and we're going to come back to a tabletop pose. All right. So when you find yourself here once again, now the left foot is going to go back. I'm just going to offer it a little bit of stretch. And as you exhale again, we're going to step it up to the top. So start to extend that right leg back, and maybe your hands here are to the inside part of the leg. Okay, we're just going to hang out in lizard for just a moment. So again, any variation here that you like. Okay. All right, so now again, begin to heel toe that foot towards the center or the opposite edge, opposite hip. I should say the right hip maybe. Okay. And again, find a nice stability, nice stable pose as we're here in our half pigeon. And then go ahead and fold forward. All righty. Go ahead and come up with your hands, and we're going to, again, remove props if you have them there. We're going to roll on to the left side and swing the right leg around this time. Again, so now the sole of the left foot is going to be inside the right thigh. So nice tall spine, and again, my toes are flexed. So keeping them active, inhale the arms up. And again, just hinge forward. So this doesn't have to be, again, anything crazy. Let's go ahead and inhale part of the way up. Take a nice deep breath in, and then see if you can walk yourself a little further. Okay, friends, go ahead and bring yourself up. Okay, and this time what we're going to do is it's going to bring now the left leg to join the right. Maybe just kind of take a moment to bounce the knees. Okay, let's go a little bit further back. Okay, so you can see what I'm doing. All right, so again, kind of remove the meat from the seat. Find your space here. And just going to take a moment, maybe press the palms in. Engage the triceps for a second, just to kind of lengthen our spine. All right. So without losing the shape here, let's go ahead and inhale the arms up. And then again, same kind of motion, just hinge forward. So we're leading with our heart here. Just hinge forward and just kind of reach wherever your hands happen to land. That's where they land. Inhale, maybe kind of lift up half of the way, draw the shoulder blades, broaden the chest, and then exhale, fold. Now, if you want to at this point, maybe you round the back and drop the chin to the chest. I mean, we're still feeling what's going on here, right? Hopefully in your hamstrings, in the back. Just allow yourself to just rest. All right. Let's go ahead, gently walk it back. Okay, and then we're going to easily go ahead and bring yourself all the way down to the mat. And again, we're going to just draw those knees into the chest. Offering a little massage. All right, so same as before. Let's go ahead and take the hips over to the left side. Drop the knees over to the right. It might feel a lot different now that we've kind of warmed everything up. Open up your arms, gaze over to the left side. All right. Take it back to center. Let's do the same thing. Drop the hips over to the right. Knees over to the left. I can just open up the arms. Bring your gaze to the right side. All right, friends, go ahead and draw yourself back to center. This is kind of fun. Let's go ahead and draw the knees into the chest and then grab onto the sides of the feet or the toes, and we'll come into a happy baby for a few moments. Just kind of allow yourself to playfully rock as you draw those knees in, just a little less, a little more on the hips, because why not, right? All right, and then whenever you're, of course, ready, maybe you extend yourself out for Savasana, or maybe you take more of a constructive resting pose. Again, whatever you prefer, just go ahead and bring yourself to that space where you're completely relaxed. Your palms are facing up. Your feet fall open gently. And you kind of finally rest into Shavasana. So I'm going to play a little bit of another bowl along with that root one that we had. Because why not? Just kind of, again, take your time here just to really kind of start to breathe into everything. Let's begin to deepen the breath. Again, starting to bring the movement back into the body, wiggling toes and fingers. Maybe giving yourself that full body stretch once again, reaching the arms above the head and stretching the toes and fingers all the way out. Let's draw the knees into the chest. One last big hug for ourselves, and then roll over to your favorite side. Take a moment here, take a couple breaths. And then draw yourself up to a comfortable seat, the eyes closed, or maybe just at a soft gaze. Let's take a nice deep breath in. As we do, we're going to reach the arms up and connect the palms. And as we exhale, we're going to bring them down to the heart center. Take a moment to bow your head here in gratitude. Offering thanks for showing up today, for being here, for practicing, for sharing your energy. Let's draw the thumb knuckles up to the third eye, the center of the forehead. The divine light in me sees and honors the divine light that's in each and every one of you. Together we bow. Namaste. All right, friends. Thank you again for joining me today. So wish me luck for tomorrow. So hopefully everything will go smoothly. And I'll see you guys again next week. So there might be some changes possibly in the future with the schedule itself. Because my work schedule will be changing officially in a couple weeks. So there might be some other opportunities for other classes, maybe on a weekend, or maybe something that's different days during the week in addition to Fridays, possibly. So anyway, have a great rest of your day, great weekend, and I will see you guys again soon. Take care.